Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We are in 2026 now. Happy New Year. I left you guys off in 2025. Yeah, about that. Let's catch up. I left you off in, I do believe it was November, possibly December. I think it was November. And I left off with you guys saying that I was suffering from really bad panic attacks and anxiety from my third dog attack at work that year. It got really bad, like the panic attacks and anxiety. It got really bad, I'm not gonna lie. It was not a fun time. I fell into a depression. And then like a whole other things that happened that, again, I can't really talk about on here because, as we know, stuff is easily reported. But when it comes down to it, my stuff was invalidated. Like me, like I didn't get any validation from it. Like I didn't get any support in the aspect of that. When it came to going out into the workforce, I'm trying to mind my words. But I did get lots of support from my partners. They honestly saw me through some dark shit, saw me through some really bad anxiety, which led to me getting sick really, really bad twice. Once I think it was just because my body was just like, that you can't keep up with this anxiety. And then I got the flu because my immune system was shot. I just ended up getting the flu. Luckily it wasn't like the vomiting and, the other end, but it was just like a really bad cold. Almost like COVID, but just the bad flu that was going around. So that was fun for like my birthday and Christmas and stuff. That was fun to deal with. Then I thought, okay, you know what? I think I'm good. I think I'm in a good mindset. Well, I at least have to try. Like I have to make the effort. Like I've done, as much as I can. Let's go try to go back to work. My first day back, that was a little bit of a confusion, miscommunication, whatever. I ended up getting bit for the fourth time. On my first day back. That was how I ended 2025. I had to get another tetanus shot because they ended up breaking skin. Luckily, there was no tendon damage. This time it was severely bruising on my hands. Of course, where the past 3 bites happened, ended up getting it on my hands again and my wrist. Really deep puncture wound. Luckily, again, whoever was my guardian angel that day was like, girl, no tendon damage. Thank goodness for that. That was one good thing that came out of it. But since I had 3 other tetanus shots this year, the fourth one literally killed me. Like my arm swelled. It was painful. It was red. It was warm. It was violent. I was feeling like really nauseous afterwards. Like it was not great. And on New Year's Eve, I was at my partner's places because I'm pretty much moving. Like I'm literally in the process of moving. And I was just sitting in the kitchen in the dark, just processing 2025. And I honestly didn't know how to, I did a lot of beating myself up because I'm like, what am I doing that's so freaking wrong? I followed all the procedures that I could. I communicated with the people that I needed to. Some was miscommunication. Some I didn't get the right information. Some I think I can't comment on some situations because, again, we do know that this is being watched. It kind of just hit all of me. Like, I've done everything in my power to suggest things. The T word was thrown around, but we all know that I was denied that. I did ask for another one, by the way, just to get out of the situation. Because dog bites happen, okay? And this fourth one kind of just like, I was crying in the manager's office, full stop. Like, I was just done. My anxiety was done. My body was done. I was done. Like, mentally, I shut down. And it was just, I think I'm a good person. I honestly think I'm a good person. And when I started this YouTube channel, as we all say, on this channel, and how I communicate with you guys is that an open book. Showed how it is, take everything with a grain of salt. And I really wish I can share this aspect of it, but I can't. And you know me, I would never drop names. I would never, I would literally make up, this is how I would see it. I would explain it in different situations, like outside of work. Like, I would put myself in other situations to explain it. But that, I think, is treading thin water too. So I can't, I can't explain anything, which sucks because it feels like I'm hiding things, and I don't want to feel like I'm hiding things, but at the same time, I kind of have to, and I hate it, but here we are. So back to sitting in the kitchen, just kind of reviewing everything, and it's just like, I think I'm a good person. I have done everything in my power to help out my team, to stay positive, and 2025 was a big punch in the gut, punch in the face, just beated me down until I was nothing. And I don't usually give in to things very easily. I'm a very hardworking person. I'm a very I can shake it off, but I don't know how to shake this off. I love what I do. So before this fourth bite happened, I went in with an open mind. I said, you know what? Because certain people outside of my works company that I was working with, you know what? Fuck it. I can say it because it's covered by all companies, WSIB. They were very rude and disrespectful in my third bite, in the third situation. I don't even, I will, no. They were really rude and disrespectful and degrading that I've never dealt with a situation with WSIB that they were this degrading. Where it was disgusting, to the point where it's just you know what? I don't want to deal with you. I know that I had to go through the steps, and once I did through the steps, I was like, I can't deal with it, because it just gave me more anxiety of how much of a degradation they were. They weren't even listening to me. They didn't even care what I was going through. They just wanted when they didn't hear what they wanted to hear, they got really pissed off, and it was just a really bad situation. And it was just, I can't even read it. One of the things that they said were, I think you need to rethink your line of work because you're not very good at it. I was like, excuse me, come again? Like, well, this is your third bite. Maybe it's you. Maybe you don't like what you do. And I'm like, excuse me? Oh, I was livid. But when I went back to work before the bite happened, I was like, you know what? I'm going to see if I think I'm very passionate about my job, that I love my job, I love working with animals. Let's see how it goes. And when I was working with the animals, I was like, fuck yeah, I love what I do. I love my job. I love working with the animals. I love learning different things. Every single day, I'm learning different things from different dogs, from different people, from different experiences. That is not true. I am a good person. I love what I do, and that's not helpful. You degrading a human being like that. Kind of blaming me. And that's what I got in my head for the longest time. Like, I'm the problem, I'm the problem, I'm the problem. But when I went back to work, I realized, not the problem. And every situation, I tried to learn from it. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let's learn from it. What could I do differently? What could I have done? What could I have done this? Should I have done this? You know, what could I have done? I'm that type of person, especially getting rid of it up twice in 2025. That was a kick in the nads if I ever knew it, but hey, here we are. We learn and we move on and we do our best. And I think that me being to blame for everything, putting it on just one person, that you're the fuck up, that this is all on you, is uncalled for. I think that it could be like, yeah, you know what? Have a sit down. Have a sit down and be like, hey, try this, blah, 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 blah. But not being open-minded to those other people that affected in the situation. No, it's me, 100%. Okay, cool. Fine. And after this last bite, it was kind of like, I love what I do. I'm passionate about what I do. I just don't know where to go from here. You know, it's just like, what do I do? And I'm not gonna lie, guys. I've been suffering from really bad health issues. So after the fourth bite, I went to my doctor, went on the protocol as usual, and even him, he's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, what the fuck? And he's been monitoring my blood pressure for the past year, and he's like, it's at a point where it's at a very dangerous level. You need to go for a stress test. You need to have ultrasounds done on your heart. You need to have the EKG. Well, they monitor your heart. Okay, you need to go on a heart monitor. EKG. Oh my god, I don't know my medical words. Surprise. And you need to go through all these tests and stuff because it's not good. And I'm like, well, great, here we are. Okay, so I had to do all of that testing. And it again was a little bit degrading. I'm like, why do I find these people? Like, I'm like, you know, nervous. This is my first thing. I'm 32. I just had a birthday. Woo. And I'm having anxiety up the ass. Like, I'm dealing with all this stuff, and the people there were shit. Basically called me fat. I was like, great. Woo. Thank you. Because they asked me for my weight. I'm like, I don't weigh myself on a scale. You guys know, past videos. I don't weigh myself. It gives me really bad PTSD. It's a whole situation. I'm just like, I feel like I've lost a lot of weight this year, guys, probably because of the stress, but you know, hey, I lost the weight, that I was kind of aiming for. Like, you know, I'm not skinny, I'm curvy, and I was like, I don't know, to be honest. Like, and I threw out a random number. She looks at me up and down. She's like, yeah, you're a lot bigger than that. You're kind of like really big. And I'm like, Excuse me. What the tits of my ass? Are you kidding me? So getting called back fat from one of the nurses, I was like, that's great. I'm hooked up to this other monitor. After the first test, you have to wear the heart monitor for 3 days, 72 hours. Can't get it wet. So I'm like, this is a good thing that I'm off on medical leave right now, dealing with all this other stuff. So yeah. They're like, yeah, you can't do anything like super stressful, so don't put yourself in super stressful environment. I'm like, well, good thing. I'm going through all this protocol thing for my last bite. Woo! Exciting. And another situation happened the same day. So I'm emotionally kicked down. Another situation happened. And I went into a little bit of a tailspin, guys. I am not gonna lie. After everything, I was just crying. I'm like, I'm a fat son of a bitch. Nobody loves me. Like, like I'm a piece of shit. It went dark. I went dark. Oh God, why am I always crying? Yeah, I was really hard on myself, guys. And I did something I'm not proud of, that I haven't done in a long time. But I stopped myself. I had some really dark thoughts too. I'm not gonna lie. Oh God. But we're being open and honest on this channel, so here we go. Well, everything just came from my head. Like I couldn't look at myself in the mirror. Because it's like, all these, I'm so hard on myself. I was like, I'm not beautiful. I'm not sexy. Like, who could, like, my skin was crawling. And I haven't admitted this to anybody. Because I'm ashamed of it. Because it's just like, I was so comfortable in my skin. I was just so comfortable with who I was. And then everything just came to a head. Like I was fighting so hard in 2025. Fighting to stay afloat. Fighting to prove that I'm a good person, to prove that I belong in this line of work that I chose, that I got comfortable in my own skin, that I loved myself, and then everything just came to a head, and everything just fell apart. And I was seeing pictures of good-looking women, and it was just like, I'm not that. I'm not skinny. I don't have a skinny body. I'm not you know, that. And it's just like, why would anybody choose to be with somebody like me when they could have somebody like that? You know, it was just like, I came to a head and I kind of went into a wall. And I don't know if I fully pull myself out of it, to be honest. Because it's just like, like, my partners, they've been completely amazing through all of this, you know. They say I'm beautiful and I'm pretty and I'm sexy, and it's just like, I hear it. I hear it. And, you know, a part of me believes it, but then there's that little voice in the back of my head. Like, oh, they're just saying that because they can't have that. You know what I'm saying? And that's my own toxic trait. Like, that's me being in my head. And I just have to rebuild my confidence. So what do I do to rebuild my confidence? I enjoy soft, fluffy things. I am a fluffy panda. And I love being a fluffy panda. I'm not skinny. I'm not overweight. I'm fluffy. And I'm cute. And that's what makes me feel good. That's what makes me feel good about myself. Because it's cute, it's cuddly, and that's who I see myself as. A little bit clumsy, because pandas are clumsy. They're known to be clumsy. And I just want 2026 to be my year of growth, of wins. The only win I came out of 2025 was with my partners, to be honest. That was, for them to find me in the middle of a shitstorm and still be here through a shitstorm, 4 bites in and freaking panic attacks at the ass, shaking at night. Like, it's been not a sexy, fun time, okay? Me hating my body, me despising who I am, and yet they're still around. Hey, I must have done something right. But yeah, I wanted us 3 to walk in to 2026 with this, not high, but like this good note. And we walked into 2026 sick, bitten, hooked up to monitors, running on a treadmill, getting pumped for shit so they can see your veins and all that stuff. And it's just like, oh, that's a fun time. That's a fun time. So now I have to get my test results back for that. And yeah. That's where we're at, guys. 2026 has started off with a freaking... And we're in the middle of a big-ass snowstorm right now. We're supposed to get between 20 to 30 centimeters overnight throughout the day. And I'm like, just fuck yeah, I'm supposed to go back to work tomorrow. Just shoot me now. Just freaking with a BB gun, just let's go play some paintball into the snow. Because just why the fuck not, right, guys? And all I want to be right now is home with my partners, because that is where my home is. That is where I feel safe. Yeah. I got anxiety leaving our place because I'm just like, God damn. And they live a distance away from my work, so it's tough. when I fully move, it's going to be a bitch to commute. So that's why, I'm trying my best to come up with good solutions. I think I have, whatever. But I hope 2026 brings what I want it to bring. Something I've been working on very hard. And my partners are very, dare I say, the loves of my life. There, I threw it out, no pressure, ooh. I can reverse Uno and take that back, if that makes them uncomfy. Yes, we've been working on something very hard. So hopefully 2026 is our year with, where we could just kick ass, right? And not be crying on here like a diva that I have been, apparently. But I just wanted to bring you guys up to date and let you guys know I am alive. 2025 was a rough year. Kicked my ass in more ways than one, but brought out some good too. So here's to 2026, guys. I'm gonna leave us here because it's been a hot minute. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave this video how I always leave it, because I still believe that we got this. So never give up, always keep fighting. Remember, you're enough and you're very much loved. Until the next video, guys, stay safe, and I really hope to have more videos coming soon. Love you guys.